January is almost over. It's officially time to budget plan for February. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are going to be setting up our budget for February of 2024. As a refresher or a reminder, about a week and a half ago or so, I actually sat down and I put together a Q1 budget. So essentially, I looked at our finances and our financial obligations for January, February, and March of this year. And so I went ahead and did a lot of the preliminary work already. That's what that means. And so today we are just here to essentially fine tune and finalize February's budget. It was once in draft form. Now it's time to really get in here and plug in some actual numbers instead of guesstimating. Although I feel like life and money, I feel like adulting is guesstimating. I feel like we all can have a plan or an idea of how we want things to go, but things can go severely awry or even slightly awry. And so anytime anything is off plan, then I just consider that to be something that hasn't gone quite the way that personally I would have liked for it to go. So we're just putting together a proposed spending and saving plan for the month of February. Only time will tell how everything actually pans out. So I'm gonna screen record and we're just gonna fine tune this. In theory, it shouldn't take that long, but we all know, again, the plan isn't for it to take that long, but it very well could. Okay, so I'm in my February budget for Notion, and what we are looking at, first of all, you might see on the screen if I'm showing the whole screen, our monthly budget, and then also our goals, to-dos, tasks for the month of February. And again, I had already sat down and thought about and planned out our financial obligations or responsibilities for February already. So I do have some things already on this sheet. We just kind of have to update and fine tune. So first of all, gym bill is going to be $59. Car payment is $314.34 I'm confident about those two because I already have the bills for those two. Electricity, I have the bill for. Oh my God, did I go ahead and update it? Because the electricity bill came in when I was out of town, and I've had downtime since I've been out of town, so I very well could have gone in and updated it. I did. So the bill is going to be due on the 8th at 2:02:10, so I already updated that. That was something new that has transpired from the last time that we spoke about February, but I already went in and added that, so I love that for us. Cable is going to be $40, pest control $50.60, internet $80.30, mortgage $1,611.23. Water/sewer, typically it's $70.72. It can fluctuate, like if we are running our sprinklers or something like that, but I'm quite confident that it's going to be $70.72 or something around that. I don't think we've gotten the bill yet, which is annoying. That's one of the bills that we don't get until we're well into the month, but luckily it's not something that's super expensive. So that's a positive, but we need to pause because my husband is currently not enrolled in grad school full-time. And that was a decision that was recently made. So for which case we are going to have to pay his student loans until he's enrolled full-time again, which will probably be next semester. So he's kind of just pacing himself, if you will, but definitely next semester he'll probably do full-time over the summer. So we're gonna actually duplicate my student loan. Yes, we're gonna duplicate this, and then we're gonna add in, I guess to differentiate between the two, let's scoot this over. And we'll call this Shay student loan, and then Mark's student loan. I think I had it at a time where they were coming out on the same day, which is so funny. But I'm looking at his, and it looks like it came out on 12/19, which was the last time. So I don't really know when it's due. It might be due the 23rd, still the 22nd. I have no idea. I'm just gonna put it on here for the 23rd. It's gonna auto draft anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna do $73.42, which I think his student loan payment is the exact same amount that it was before the COVID situation. So that's interesting. Okay, so $73.42 for that for February. Amazon Music $16.99. Security for our home $52.14. Life insurance for both of us $42.19. Pet insurance is basically what it is going up. Remember we talked about this? Remember I got an email from them that it was going up? But what I don't know, oh, there it is. Ladies will auto renew to a dog active care plan on 2/25/2024, and it will go to $63.55. Okay, so this is going to change from $61.05 because everything goes up every year to $63.55. Netflix $11.99. Phone, there will be no phone bill in February because my husband's cell phone bill is being paid this month for 3 months, and then my cell phone bill was paid last April for 1 year, so I don't have to pay my cell phone bill again until April. So no cell phone bill due in February. Shopping $1,200. We're gonna stick to that. I don't think we could go down any lower, truly. Sinking funds $245. Savings $2,000. Retirement $0. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. But let's scroll down here and see if there's anything that we need to take care of in February that is not a monthly bill. Car payment, Sling TV, electricity, pest control. Oh, our Capital One fee, which is $95. So I was telling you guys that as it stood, we had enough credit card points to cover the cost of this fee, and we weren't anticipating using those credit card points. So I'm going in, we could more than cover the fee. So I'm going in and I'm going to my Capital One app, and I'm going to go to redeem for cash and see what that means. Okay, so if we redeemed for cash, which I guess is what it would be, yeah, because they would charge us $95, and then I can redeem the points for cash, which would knock off that, which it would balance itself out. So we wouldn't have to worry about paying from our debit card at all, because as soon as the credit card company charges the fee to our credit card, we can then redeem for cash. So as it stands, we're not going to worry about that. So we're good there. Okay, so this budget is fine. I like this budget. Is it all encompassing? Let's go through it again. Gym, car payment, electricity, cable, pest control, internet, mortgage, water, sewer, the 2 student loan payments, Amazon Music, security, life insurance, pet, Netflix, phone, which is non-existent. I'm gonna delete this because I have phone already listed in March because I already duplicated that. So I leave the phone bill on here just so I'm reminded each month to double check to make sure we don't have one, and I don't want to forget it or miss it. But I wanted to delete those 2 that added no value literally to the budget, so that it's nice and clean. So we are going to be attempting to stick to a budget of $6,607.54. And if we are able to do this, this is kind of like our optimal plan. This is what a month would look like for our finances. This is what each month we hope that our finances actually look like. So let's go look at the goals. Pay for exam, that's something that I'll do at whatever point. I just keep it on here, so I'm always reminded of it. Save $2,000, which obviously we got that number based on the amount that we're looking to realistically save, that our money actually allows us to save. Invest 15% of our paychecks, which is a monthly goal. Pay our monthly credit card bill. Register our truck. That's something that just keeps rolling over from month to month. We'll do it eventually. Add truck to auto insurance. Save $245 for sinking funds. Also a figure that is captured from our actual budget. Also a number that I came up with based on how much we're looking to save each month for each fund. Sign up for BarkBox, maybe. Turn in mileage. Purchase new motor head for Dyson. So let's talk. I have a Dyson Detect V15, which is a very expensive vacuum cleaner. So much so that it's probably like one of the most expensive things that I own. And it's, though one of the most expensive purchases, it's also one of my favorite purchases. But I need a new motor head. So to make a very long story short, one of the screws actually messed up, and I did a lot of research, and apparently, so there's a screw on the motor head that keeps the wheels in place. There are 2 wheels on this particular motor head. The screw is like warped, I think is the term. So the screw popped off, which is tragic. And so you would think that I could just buy a new screw and replace it and it'll be like a cheap thing. But because the whole area where the wheel would go is warped, then basically I have to buy a whole new motor head instead of buying a new screw. If the screw came out and there was no damage done, then I would just buy a new screw, which costs like 15 bucks, and a new wheel, which you can buy a set from Amazon for like 15 bucks. But what I've done, or what has happened, is that the screw did come out and the wheel came off, but the screw where you insert the screw, that's all jacked up. So I have to buy a new motor head for this. A motor head is $130. The Detect did come with 2 motor heads. One is optimized for hard floors, which is great, and one is optimized for carpets. The one that is optimized for carpets is the one that broke, but the one that's optimized for carpets we also actually can use on all of our floors and do, but the one that we have that's for the hard floors does not work on carpet. It doesn't have the capacity to do so. So I need a new motor head. It's not anything imperative. I don't want to spend $130 for it. I don't want to deal with all of that, but I feel like in the spirit of keeping up the device, because I purchased it so it could last because I was hoping that it would last a long time and I wouldn't have to keep replacing the cheaper vacuum cleaners. In the spirit of taking care of our stuff, I do want to replace the motor head, but it's just not pressing. So it may be a thing for February, or it might just live on here until I get ready to purchase it. But we pretty much won't really be able to vacuum our carpets efficiently until we get it. So that is that on that. I have 3 friends with birthdays in February, likely to send them all gifts. One issue that I'm finding with this new low buy budget that we are trying to stick to, which I think I'm going to have to make some adjustments. One issue that I'm finding is that when there are birthdays and things like that, that really derails some things, because our miscellaneous category isn't that large, and that is what would cover these birthday gifts and stuff like that. Additionally, my personal spending money that I get each month isn't really that much either. So those would be the two categories that I would actually pull money from to cover the cost of these gifts. So as I sit here, I'm actually thinking about, perhaps, this is going to annoy me greatly, but perhaps we go to like $1,500 for shopping, and we'll take savings down $300. I think that's what we're going to have to do. I mean, because unless I buy these folks like $10 gifts, I don't really see any way around it, which is fine. I can also be like, I ain't got it, but I do have it, but like not really. I mean, like I have it, but I would like to reserve my funds. We're gonna try it like that and see how that goes. Also, I am hosting Valentine's, so I am purchasing the decor, and maybe I'll make something to contribute. It's here at my house, so maybe I will contribute something to it or whatever, but that money can come from groceries, so I'm not pressed about that. Annual credit card fee is covered. We were thinking about going to a Cat Williams show, but the prices are high, so I don't know if we will make it. Whenever he goes on tour, we try to go, especially if he's coming to our city, because he's our favorite, but I don't know that we're gonna make it. So if we do, it will be an impulsive decision. But we might be able to go. We'll just have to sit. We might have to sit like way up high kind of thing. We might be able to go. When I was looking at tickets, I was just looking at the floor and then the lower bowl surrounding areas, because that would be my preference. But I didn't really consider the nosebleed seat, so maybe we might be able to make it and use our dates eating out budget for that. So we will see. In February, it's probably time to go ahead and prep our taxes and file our taxes. So that is also something that is on here. And then I'm trying to think. There are some other things that we have to do that are on the horizon, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be done in January. I can't think of anything specifically in February right now that needs to take place. I think that is going to be the end of this video. So it took a little longer, probably because I spent 5 minutes or so trying to explain this whole Dyson situation. But as you can see, if I were to just kind of run through it, it would probably take me 5 to 10 minutes max, which I think is great that, you know, I can finalize these budgets in so little time. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. Subscribe if you're new and if you're liking what you're seeing, as we are on a road to 100K. And I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye, guys.